What's happening, road dogs and highway hounds? Kicking butt and taking names today. Some of you, I'm like, I've been going 100 miles an hour all day. It's pretty awesome though. Good things happening. So, some of you guys are asking about altcoins. What do I think about altcoins and this kind of thing? Well, let me tell you exactly what I think about altcoins. I don't consider Litecoin an altcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin has first mover advantage, Litecoin has second mover advantage. The gold and silver concept has been around for thousands of years with money, and like a Bitcoin maximalist, I consider myself a Bitcoin Litecoin maximalist, right? And the reason why I do that is because if money is going to be money, you can't just like disbelieve, oh well, nobody thinks that gold is valuable anymore, and so we just abandoned gold and now we're going to you know, molybdenum or something like that, some other element that we're going to say has value. Rhodium or something is the new gold. Now you got gold and you got silver, you've got nickel and you've got copper. Now what I view, you'll hear like Adam Meister talking about Litecoin is just a test net for Bitcoin. We can test things on there, which that's his prerogative, but that's not mine. I look at it as what happened with Litecoin for me is that, okay, wow, the Satoshi likened Bitcoin to gold. Awesome. We have digital gold now. And Charlie Lee, very capable person from MIT grad, worked at Google, worked at Coinbase, you know, no slouch, no dummy, well respected in the community. He was like, you know, he understands money as well as computers. You know, I've heard an interview with him talking about his parents, and he's like, well, if gold, why not silver? So he just increased the supply of Litecoin by 4 times and said 84 million, and let the jelly roll, you know, let it be what it is. You know, if people want it, people want it. If they don't, they don't. Whatever. You know, he said he designed it. He just tweaked the code, like, I can't remember if he said 4 to 7 hours, something like that. I mean, it was like a ridiculous time. And even Tone Vays, the Bitcoin maximalist himself, he was like, that alone is impressive. You know, that he could he understands the code that well, that he could do it in that short amount of time. And all he did was he changed the algorithm. He did, you know, just more technical things, you know, and he shortened the block time from 10 minutes a block to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, or 2.5 minutes, and increased the supply by 4 times. So everything's the same, you know. It was just 4 times as much. Basically a carbon copy is what he created of Bitcoin. 4 times as much. Now, for people who are not programmers, now I know there's the mass majority of people in this space right now are programmers and young people thinking what's hip and what's latest. But the people who, I hate computers, okay? I mean, I love them and I hate them. I mean, I love Bitcoin and I hate it, you know? I mean, it's a pain in the butt. But whatever. I know in my mind that it's here, and it's, you know, and I knew that when I first heard about it. After the Senate hearing in 2013, I knew that the Senate's recognized this stuff. It's for real. It's not going away. Okay? And I had been listening to it since 2011. So I'd been listening, and then I started, like, in November of 2013, I said, boy, I better start paying attention. Now here, I'm unimpressed by, you know, money that can walk away, $60 million that can walk out of an address, you know, because of a smart contract that's gone away, or a DAO token, whatever. I don't, you know, I'm unimpressed by all the technology. I'm looking for a store of value, and that's what money is. And so Bitcoin and Litecoin fit that bill for me. I don't have to know. Okay, now, and I've always known this, and this is why I've stayed with Bitcoin and Litecoin for so long, is because I also know that when the time comes and my business needs it, it's going to be there. If I need altcoin X, I can go in there. If I need altcoin Y, I can go into that one. And I can do it from the gold and silver. So I don't have to keep up on it. I don't need any of these altcoins, and I'm not gambling on, and I'm not trying to get rich. Okay? I am trying to save money. That's really all I'm trying to do. I'm not flipping. I just want to store value. I want, if I could hold my money in gold and silver, I probably would have never even got into this, but it's such a pain in the butt. You know, if the US dollar was what the Constitution said it would be, I'd probably just keep it in the dollar. But Nixon took us off the gold standard, and our money is backed by debt right now, and I don't trust that. I don't like that. I remember people who went through the Great Depression in the 30s, and you know what? When they went to the bank and all their money was gone, those guys kept cash. They held big wads of cash. Okay? Some of you guys ain't. You know, could you imagine your life savings, you go to the bank and it's just gone? That's what they experienced in the 1930s. They didn't trust banks. Them old guys didn't. And we always forget. One thing we learn from history is that we never learn anything from history. Well, that's true for the majority. But here's the thing. So we got this new form of money called Bitcoin. If the gold will work, then the silver will work. Unless people abandon the philosophy or get scared or get distracted. And that's why I was willing to sell my house for Litecoin at $3.80, because I was looking at that long 2 years and I saw steady growth. And I was like, man, there's enough of us out here, enough of us Litecoiners that believe it and don't care. And believe me, when it went down to $1.80, it was tough to hold. It was tough to hold. And, you know, we held. And I like it. I liked it when it was down there. I mean, it was a little unnerving at times, and it's like it's unnerving now. But you know what? I'm getting a thick skin, and I don't care. I just enjoy it, because it ain't gonna be 50 bucks forever. It's gonna go up again, because I'm still buying, and I know a lot of you are still buying. And as long as that happens, it ain't going nowhere. I believe it. I prefer it. Because you don't have all the hype going into Bitcoin. All these people coming, oh, I gotta get Bitcoin, I gotta get Bitcoin. Well, you probably should have Bitcoin first. If you're just starting, I would definitely get your major, I would get a position in Bitcoin, because it is the big mamma jamma. But with SegWit and the different things that are going on with it, Litecoin, perfect position for it. I mean, it's ain't no place I'd rather be, let me tell you that. But now with my business, okay, now I'm talking to an engineer, the Shadow, keep him private until maybe he wants to come out, you know, and he's talking about a private permissioned blockchain for my company, and I'm like, well, that makes sense, you know, because then I can run a smart contract within the company, and not the whole world's not going to see it. But if somebody needs to see it, like the customer or like the IRS, I can show it to them, and it can be open source or it can be open blockchain or whatever. I mean, I can show, and that's one thing. Another thing I like about Litecoin, I can prove that I've held the stuff for over a year. You know, you can't deny it. I just look at the address. There's when it went in, there's when it went out. You know, I held it for over a year. It's long-term capital gains. You know, that's pretty awesome. But, no, I mean, and for altcoins, my thought with altcoins is that the technology is cool. I'm not a technology guy. I'm not saying that altcoins are bad. I'm just saying I don't think you should invest in altcoins because you think the technology is going to jump off and go to the moon. Because here's the thing, with what my business does, it ain't one size fits all. Okay, if I need smart contracts, I don't need RSK Labs or Ethereum. Do you understand that? I don't need either one of them. I don't like Ethereum because of the pre-mine, you know. It's just there's, you guys, I'm just saying Bitcoin and Litecoin take the guesswork out of it. Well, is this one going to be big or is this one going to be big? It's like, you know what? And quit looking at market cap. Look at this. I'm holding Bitcoin Cash by accident, right? I'm holding Bitcoin Cash. I could cash it out and, you know, do all this. I don't want the tax headache. I don't care. I don't care about, I care about Bitcoin and Litecoin doing what they're supposed to do. I don't have to micromanagement. I don't have to sit there and, oh, should I sell it? Well, I'm going to have to do this. I'm dumb enough to mess it all up. I just want my money to sit there like a brick of gold and like a brick of silver. And I just want it to sit there, and I want it to not move and not walk away and not, you know, I don't want to mess with it too much because I'll screw it up. And that's what it does. That's what it's for. And I'm getting long-winded, and Apple won't let me upload this long videos, so I better get off here. But my feeling on altcoins is that they really are a test net for Bitcoin and Litecoin. I am a Bitcoin and Litecoin maximalist. The technology and the advancements and the things that are going on are really interesting, I'm sure, if you understand them, which I don't really. And it's cool stuff, man. But you better watch yourself if you think you're going to get rich on these altcoins. I mean, you probably could. I could probably make a lot more money than I'm doing, but I'm telling you what I'm doing is working out just fine with me. People will tell you about, you know, hey, I'm making, they ain't going to tell you about their losses. I remember I had a guy bringing lottery tickets to work. Hey, Mick, look, $1,000 on a scratch off. I'd be like, dang, man. Like, hey, Mick, here, $500. Man. And then one day, I seen him come into work. He had a stack of scratch offs like that. And I was like, oh, now I get it. You know? Now I get it. That's all I got to say, man. People ain't going to tell you about their losses. Adios, muchachos. I'm out of here.